How is everyone today? My camera seems a little fuzzy. Good morning. Oh, my hair looks lovely today. All out of place. So well. Um, Happy Thursday. This is normally my Thursday theme show, but today I was sick on Monday. That's why I didn't do my weekly finds on Monday. So I didn't really go shopping either this week. So I moved it to today. And then I think on Monday, when I normally do my weekly finds, I'll do my theme show. My theme show on Monday is going to be flower frogs and bud vases. I found a big lot of that. Hi, Knick-Knack Janny Whack. So you can still see I got a sinus infection. So that's why I wasn't on Monday. But take a look in the shop. Got lots of vintage type items today that I found. Actually, it would have been last week that I found all this, but I'm great, Janny Whack. Thank you. Oh, I will. I got some antibiotics and I'm on the mend, but I had it scheduled. I had it ready to go and I had to cancel it because I wasn't feeling it and I didn't have a voice and it just wasn't worth it. But hey, I'm here today. Hi guys, thanks for coming in. I hope you've had a chance to look in the shop. I'm Stacy, otherwise known as Mermy. I flip-flop my Monday weekly finds to today, and then Monday I'll do my Thursday theme show. I found a huge lot of bird flower frogs, glass flower frogs, and little bud vases. So I think that'll be my theme on Monday. And then I have surgery on Wednesday. So I'm kind of going to be out of commission until I figure how to do a show with my arm in a sling. I'm having rotator cuff surgery on Wednesday next week. So you get me today, you get me on Monday. I might throw a jewelry show in between before the surgery. Just got a big, huge lot of jewelry. So we'll maybe look through that. But then I just got to figure out what I'm doing with my life. I never had rotator cuff surgery. I don't know what to expect. So it's going to be a learning experience. Hi, Jade. Welcome in. So I think I have one pre-bid so far. So I'll go through those first. And I want to thank you all for joining me today. I know you have other shows that you can be at, and I appreciate you joining me. I have been popping in and out of some of them that are going on right now, and they look fabulous. So lots of great things to always choose from on Knick-Knack. So let me get the camera turned around, and we'll get our morning started. Come on, camera, turn around. There we go. All righty. Get my glasses on so I can see. Oh, I have a few more pre-bids now. That's perfect, though. All right, so this one, I'm going to go first because this was the first pre-bid. I looked it up. It's coming up as a white diamonds. And, oh, Mike, I know you like the perfume bottles, Ellen. Yes. So it still has its original sticker back here. Made in the USA. It has a little bit of perfume left in it. You can see the stopper is in there. I don't want to pull it and mess with the seal and get a lot of perfume in here, but it has this beautiful little metal finial with a little diamond in there, white diamonds, and it's starting at $5 and it's running. Apologize for my fingernails. I had to take off my fake nails because my arm is going to be in a sling for 6 to 8 weeks and I'm not allowed to move it. So I didn't feel like I probably would be able to get in and get my nails done during that amount of time. So I just got rid of them. And there you go, Ellen. Thank you so much. This is coming to you. Cute little perfume bottle. Is White Diamonds, is that Elizabeth Taylor? I can never remember, but I remember seeing the commercials for White Diamonds. So the next pre-bid I have is this cute little bud vase. Fused glass, blue with the white spatter on it. You can tell it's fused glass. You can see the well for the little flowers in here in the back. And I showed in the picture, it is marked, handmade in Germany. From Glass Splitter is the company. I put the measurements in the description, but it's about 2.5 by 3.5. and she's tall. Hi, Linda. Welcome in. And it has a pre-bid, and it is running. I love the color, though, and it has its little stand. So it stands. You could just put your little buds, little flower buds in there, and it is just a sweet little piece of fused glass. All right, Shabby Shed, that's going to you. Thank you so much. And then we also, oh, this cute little guy. Now, I looked him up. It just says Peruvian. He's not marked Rinconada or anything, but he's done in that style, you know, where it's the red clay with the enamel. So he's got little enamel painted toes. Looks like that toe didn't get any enamel. No chipping, really. Look at his cute little eyeball. Isn't that sweet? And then he's got this little enameled shell. I don't know if he's a tortoise. I would think he looks like a tortoise, not a turtle, right? So that's why I put tortoise. He, like I said, he's not marked Rinconada. When I did my research, it just says Peruvian, which is South American, right? So in the Rinconada style. And it has a pre-bid, and it's running. Look at his little face. They are so. We have desert tortoises out here in Arizona and Phoenix, and they actually have a rescue that you can actually adopt a tortoise, and you have to prove that you have the correct environment for them in your yard and that they can't get loose. And sometimes we find them. They're just, you know, they'll come up in our little community feed every now and then. Does anyone missing a tortoise? Because this one's walking around. Thank you, Shabby Shed. He's coming to you along with my little tortoise story. But they're pretty cool. The next pre-bid I have, I'm going to move that up there, is this other piece of fused glass. It's gorgeous. And it's like a little trinket dish, but it's got this dichroic glass in there. Dichroic meaning it's just that, you know, rainbow iridescent looking. Look at this one, has little hearts in it, little circles, little geometric shapes. And then there's the back. No maker on this one. Just a cute little trinket tray, and it's got a pre-bid on it, and it's running. Don't be shy. If there's something you'd like me to pull up right away, just let me know. Lots of cute little smaller items today. Hi, Renee. I've got some Fenton. I actually found a bunch of Fenton this last week, which was nice. I always like to find the Fenton. I wish I could find the really nice, pretty painted stuff, but that's okay. I'll take the milk glass any old day. I think that's all my pre-bids for now. So let's go ahead and get started and going down the row. But don't be shy. If there's something you want me to pull up right away, I can do that for you. Let me reach back here. All right. So this first item here is a porcelain little heart-shaped blue and white trinket box. Unmarked. It has a light blue mark that's I just can't make out there. Probably Asian of some sort, but still beautiful with the blue flowers and foliage on it. And it is going to start at 5. I hope your week is going well after having a nice long 3-day weekend. It's kind of nice, isn't it? Hope you had a good Memorial Day. I was sick, so mine wasn't so great, but all right. This is an antique. It is Nippon, or Nippon, however you like to say it. It is a squat vase. It is kind of cool. I like the little arms on it, the little handles. They call those ewer handles. You can see some of the gold is worn. It's just, I guess, a product of age, but I love these beautiful flowers on here, hand painted. Some of that raised moriage style on the edges here, little bumps. Hand painted, you can actually see the brush strokes. See it right in there in the glare of the light. The brush strokes used to paint. I love the blue glaze on there. Look at this cute little ruffled top. It is very dirty inside, but you can't see inside of it. It is unmarked. It has this beautiful 3-footed standing pedestal on it. Gorgeous antique Japanese Nippon, starting at $35, and it's running. Beautiful vase. All right, you silly camera, quit it. I'm going to have to look up how to keep that from happening. You keep saying that, but I didn't do it yet. All righty. Thanks for looking at that. What else can we pull up here? Well, here's another antique. It's probably Victorian. Very simple, but you can tell by the translucence of the milk glass that it is older. It is an old milk glass ashtray, but it can easily... I actually have been sorting through a jewelry lot that I just got, and this makes a great little trinket. So like when I would find the little earrings in the box, I would put the little stuff in here so it was easy to get to. It does have a little chip here on the base, which you really can't see when it's sitting. Here it is right there. But just a nice little old piece of milk glass. All right, Shabby Shad, you're welcome. Have a great day. Thank you so much for your purchases. It's just beautiful. I love the translucence. I don't think this one, no, it doesn't glow. Sometimes they glow when they're really old milk glass. $8 start on this, and it is running. Great trinket dish, though. Like I said, it has this rounded edge, so you could put your change in here at the door or at the end of the day. Easy to get to. But it is an old ash. Look, you can see through the milk glass. That's how translucent that is. But thank you for looking at that with me. I might keep that around for my jewelry stuff. How about this sweet little guy? He's funny. I believe he's resin. He has that resin look to him. But he is a laughing Buddha, which my research shows is a good luck. He's got a little pack on his back. He's carrying some type of instrument, or maybe that's a feather fan. And he's just laughing at something pretty funny. But it is cute. Hi, Dee Dee. Welcome in. $8 start on him, and he's running. He was in a little baggie. I might keep him around for good luck. Hi, beautiful. Welcome in. I love that. You get to say hi, beautiful, to somebody. That's so sweet. He's so funny. All right. Thanks for looking at him. Get him back up there. Let's see. That's weird. I already showed that, and it's showing up again. Whatever. All right. Here we go. This is an old souvenir piece. It does have the Boot Hill Graveyard, Tombstone, Arizona sticker on the back. But I just love if you have anybody that collects little trains, or in the blue glaze ceramic. It is, I would assume, either a toothpick holder, or a match holder. Let me take a drink of water. And some ice. Sorry, I'm crunching on you. In great condition, though. Tombstone, I've been to it a couple of times. And there is, that graveyard is still there. Cute little locomotive train souvenir. And it's running. Hi, T. James. Welcome in. Take a look in the shop. If there's anything you'd like me to pull up right away, just let me know. Even if I've run it, I will pull it up again. No worries. I also found quite a few. I have quite a collection of these building, but this is a new style, so I thought I'd show this one. It is a bluebird of happiness, and it is a candle holder. You can see the little well to put your candle. But I also found that here, let me show you. If you take your ring off, you can put your rings in there too. It makes a little ring holder if you don't want to use it as a candle holder. This one is different. It is still Phoenix Studios, but it is signed by Ron Ray. Now, Ron Ray worked with Leo Ward at Terra Studios, and then he also does is it a country canary? And he also does, there's a cardinal, maybe it's country cardinal, and then there's a canary too. But this one is signed Ron Ray, 1992. Has its original sticker here, Fayetteville, Arkansas, glass. Some of the other ones that Ron Ray did, the canary and the cardinal, they're glass, but they're flat. Their color is flashed. The bluebirds of happiness, however, are a true blue color glass in them. So no problems with this one. It is going to start at 12 and it's running. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining me. There are a lot of great shows on right now. I love Pixie Stix's little fashion show. That's such a great idea. She's so creative. Thank you, Dot. You snuck in, Dot. I didn't know you were here. I have another one if you wanted a pair, Dot. I did have two of these. The other one isn't signed, but if you wanted a pair of them, I can run it again and you can have the second one. Just let me know if you're interested. And I can show it to you and we can run it. This was gorgeous. I've been trying not to pick up pottery because I don't have as much luck with it in my area anyway. But okay, I'll get it for you and we'll run it after this, okay? This is Briney, Montana. I think his name was it Matt Briney or Andrew? I couldn't remember. Anyway, but look at this beautiful little raised leaf on here. What really drew me, I didn't see the leaf. I saw this beautiful blue glaze. So it is studio pottery, Briney, Montana. A beautiful little vase. But I love the leaf. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So that's going to run, start at 15 for 20 seconds. And I'll go grab that other bluebird for Dot. Get the sticker off of it. It's going to have a little sticker residue when I show you, Dot, but I'll take that off before I get it to you. All right, let me put that aside. So here's the other one, Dot, that I was mentioning. Looks just like the one you bought, but it's not signed. Oh, yeah, it is signed. I'm wrong. I looked at it in the wrong light. So this one says 1992, Ron Ray also. So let me go ahead and pull that up for you. Okay. Here it is. Here's the second one. And it's running. So then you'll have a set. If you're going to use them as candle holders, then you'll have two of them. Yeah, these are a pretty nice size too. Sorry about the residue. I guess most candle holders, you should have a set of them. Because then you can have one on one side and one on the other. So you have the two. Those are flying home to you, Dot. Congrats on that and thank you. Oh, these are adorable. These were in a baggie too. Sweet little, I believe they're resin. Little resin, Mama Owl and Baby Owl. I did put in the description that Mama has a little bit of a chip on her ear, but you really, I mean, it just kind of looks like it's supposed to be because they're roughly carved. But little Mama and Baby on a little branch. I don't know why, if that's maybe a signature. I'm not sure what that's about, but no other identifying mark in terms of a maker. $5 for this cute little set here, this little figurine. The owls are starting to find me, so we must be getting ready for the fall. I know it's too soon, but you know, when you're sourcing, things start to come up as that season is approaching. Because here's the second owl I found. This one's cute too. Don't have a maker on this one, but it is a ceramic, probably toothpick holder, could be a match holder. It could be a little planter. Put a little succulent or air plant in there. Adorable. Little stump with some flowers. This little owl is so cute. No chips or cracks on it. No issues. $8 start and it's running. Oh, there it goes. He's sweet. If it doesn't go, then we'll just have to save him for the fall. Because then everybody will be looking for that type of decor, huh? You can see it was hand painted. You can see the paintbrush strokes. All right. I was mentioning for those of you who just came in that I had to flip-flop my shows. I was sick on Monday. So on Monday, instead of weekly finds, I'm going to do a theme show. It's my last show before I go in for surgery. But I found a big, huge lot of flower frogs, glass and ceramic, and bud vases, check bird bud vases. So we're going to do flower frogs and bud vases on Monday. Okay. So here's the Cloisonné egg. These typically aren't glued to the stand. I'm not sure if this was styled. This is what they did, is just glue it to the stand. So this one is glued to the wood stand. It is Cloisonné. Beautiful flowers. I think I have the vase to match these if you're interested. But unmarked, probably Chinese. I do have 2 of these. I'm just going to run the one. If it goes and you're still interested in the other one, I can run it too. So it's running. $8 start. And like I said, I have I have 2 vases to match this pattern here. I think the 2 that I sold last week had the little flowers on there too. Thanks for looking at that. I had to throw a few extra things in because I didn't have a true 40, to do my show. But this was from my little basket show. Looks like I have a pre-bid on it. It's a sweet little pressed glass cobalt basket. I have the same basket in a champagne pink color if you're interested. And we have it starting at $6 and it's running. Cute little basket. And some of the research came up as moss, or it's just hard to say. Sometimes they, copied and reproduced certain glass patterns, especially the pressed glass, if they got the mold or changed it. Thank you, Clyde. Thank you so much. It's beautiful. If you're interested in the champagne pink one, let me know. I can pull that up and show it to you as well. And it looks like I have another pre-bid, so I'll pull that one up right away for us. It's this mini, it's a little mini milk glass oil lamp. It is marked made in Hong Kong. Let me show you. Right there, it says made in HK. And then right here on the spinner for the wick. It also says Hong Kong. Let me get a drink of water. All right. It does have a decal. The flower, the artwork is a decal, but it's very cute. It's small, about 5.5, a little more than 5.5 inches tall, in great condition. As I said, I could pull this off and put this back on. It does not have a wick, but it's just a sweet little oil lamp, and it's running. Also in a little baggie. I love the baggies. I'll tell you, sometimes you find the neatest stuff. And I don't know if I mentioned, but I do bundle and I return any overages in shipping. So don't worry if you've overpaid in shipping $1 or more, I will refund you the difference. Thank you, Clyde. All right, what's next? So I picked this up, guys, with all of you specifically in mind. It's contemporary, and I usually like to just purchase the vintage, but I could not resist because of all these beautiful flowers. Now, this is flash painting, and I did put that in the description that you cannot wash it, dip it in water. You have to hand wash it because if you dip this in water, the paint will come off. So it has these beautiful different, looks like a robin, a blue jay, some type of sparrow, maybe another robin. On this side, you've got your cardinal and some other birds here, another sparrow. So two of the panels are the same on, so you have two sides with the cardinals and two sides with the blue jay. It's a 10-inch tall vase. It is, it does say hand painted glass. Do not put in the dishwasher. It is made in China. And then it also has another sticker right there, Amiya, right here. So I just thought this would be something you would all appreciate. $8 start on that. Otherwise, maybe I'll put it in my window. It just picks up the color. It's so gorgeous. Thank you for looking. Right, how about some more antique glass? So this is antique, so early American pattern glass, or sometimes they call it pressed glass, but it is pattern glass. You can identify them by the pattern, like they'll call these beads and something, or they have special names for the pattern on the glass. This is U.S. glass. It's Colorado green. It's a 3-footed dish, probably a bonbon dish of some sort. They made these with handles for like a little nappy dish. Gorgeous, gorgeous old glass. I think early American pattern glass ended in 1909. So this is 1909 or earlier. It's beautiful. I just love the feet on this. Look how ornate they are. Gorgeous, gorgeous. So, of course, they pressed the pattern into the glass. So this is going to start at $10, and it's running. They have they call it EAP. They do have a website that you can go on and search, and they are actively collecting the different patterns of glass. And there's a Facebook group that is very helpful in helping you identify your glass. If you can't find it on the database, they will help you with that. They're very, very lovely people there. Another green. Green seemed to be following me this week. I have several green pieces of vintage glass. So this is actually Italian. It says made in Italy here on the base. Beautiful green apothecary bottle jar. It does have the ground stopper. It has its original glass stopper, which is always nice. It is ground on the inside. Those are not flea bites. That's just rough where the opening was made. There is one position where this fits the best, but it is a neat neat example of an apothecary jar in a gorgeous emerald green, not like the avocado green, not the olive green, but this is truly emerald green, and it is going to start at 18, and it's running. Great for cotton balls, great for tea bags. It's just a splash of color for anything. It could be candy. Put your M&Ms in there. Just a great all-purpose type jar. All right. For some reason, my app isn't going bling at the end to tell me that it's done running, but so I kind of lied and said I never find any Fenton that's painted, but I did this time. This is pre-1970s because it does not have the Fenton logo on it. This is custard, cameo custard glass, which means it does not glow. And I'll show you just to be sure. It does not glow. It just picks up the purple from the ultraviolet. It is hand painted, however. It is 3-footed, and it was painted by Linda Mack. It says hand painted by Linda MC. I'm not sure what her last name is. I could have asked, but it is dogwood, a blue dogwood flower on each of the 3 panels. There are no chips. It is satin glass, so if you take a little magic eraser, you can get the little black etchings out of that satin glass. These are not cracks in here. It looks like they are just soft. Maybe water stains are from being used, because it is an old piece of glass. That is going to start at 18, and it is running. Nice piece of Fenton with the hand-painted dogwoods on them. Look at the cute little feet, little scroll feet. Those are sweet. I got a lot of Silvercrest. I didn't put any on the show today, but if you're interested in seeing, I have a Silvercrest Spanish lace bowl and a Silvercrest basket. I thought I got another little Silvercrest dish. So if you're interested in Silvercrest, I can bring that out too, but I didn't put any in today's show because I was full. How about this is also a piece of Fenton. This is colonial green. It's more of that olive green. And it is hobnail. It is ruffled. It's a compote or a open candy dish. Pedestal, unmarked, pre-1970s. And it's going to start at 12, and it's running. My throat is drying out from talking. Hopefully my voice hangs in there till the end. All right, and there it goes. It can come back if it needs to. More Fenton, green. Somebody must have gotten rid of their green Fenton or their green glass. These are nesting dishes. I have them listed together. I can take them apart if you want me to. It is missing the last set of ashtray. Again, they are meant to be ashtrays. You can see the divots around here, but they make great trinket trays. Again, like I said, for this piece of Fenton, the white one or the milk glass one that I have, you can just put your dishes or your, I was sorting jewelry in these. And it's easy to get money. You don't have to pick it up with your fingers. You can just slide it up. But there's 2 of them. Green, colonial green hobnail. Now these 2 they don't match exactly in color because they probably weren't made at the same time. So the glass does have somewhat of a color difference, but in great condition. I washed them, so there's some water stain on there. Set of 2 for 24, and it's running. Just beautiful. I wish I had the 3rd one. Then I'd have a little stacking tower. But again, these little ashtrays are great for trinket trays. All right. Thanks again for looking at that. got my little owls back here. I can't wait to show you those. They're so sweet. Another piece of Fenton. This is Fenton milk glass. It is a ruffled top hat vase. You can always tell the Fenton versus the L.E. Smith or the other makers because Fenton's buttons are smaller. On the other pieces that have a larger button. Fenton's buttons are smaller, plus it has the Fenton ruffle. That's another giveaway. But in great condition, no chips. It's just a top hat, beautiful milk glass top hat vase. Not marked, but definitely Fenton. And that's going to start at $18, and it is running. Is everyone having a good morning so far? Or afternoon? I know my East Coast friends are already in the afternoon. All right, thank you. And then I just showed you this, but it is also Fenton. It is milk glass. Again, nice ashtray with the divots there, but also a great trinket tray. And the white milk glass is great because you can also use it as a little candy dish. Put some M&Ms in there, a little splash of color. It'll just pop. This does have a piece of felt glued to the bottom. You could just take a razor blade and scrape that off, or keep it on there because it does protect your surfaces from getting scratched up. It is a heavy piece of hobnail milk glass made by Fenton. $8 start on that. Sorry, my throat's starting to hurt from talking. If it gets a little silent, I'm just resting my talking voice. Thanks for looking at it. This is a sweet little jewelry casket box. It has these beautiful little flowers. This one looks a little wonky from this direction. But otherwise, the little flowers have little gems inside them, little sparkly diamond rhinestone gems. That's the top. And then here's the base, glass-sided. There's the Hi Kate, in great condition. The feet are all there. It's just that one little flower looks a little wonky from this direction, but it looks fine otherwise. That just sits in the top. And that's going to start at 8, and it's running. How's your day going, Kate? Hope it's going well. We're just looking at vintage stuff. I've got a few contemporary pieces, but I got a lot of vintage glass today. Like this is contemporary, but a lot of Fenton. I had a Fenton haul this time, which was fun. So this next piece, I actually have the box to it. It shows up in the picture. It's gorgeous. This is Glass Baron. For those of my friends who like the hummingbirds, it is a Glass Baron Swarovski crystal partnership. The bird's eyes are Swarovski crystals. He is in this beautiful little flower. It is poised on this mirror. It is marked. There's the original price. You can see that it says made with Swarovski elements. The box is the original box. So it will come in its original box as seen here. And it is only going to start at $20, and it's running. It's gorgeous with this cute little Swarovski crystal eye. I know you all love the little hummingbirds, so I couldn't pass it up. Very sweet. Put that back. And let's see what else we have. How about I love how my phone decided to spell global. It's a global puppy dog. He has beautiful glaze on him, nice details, little happy face. Look at that, with his ears flopping out. He is marked Global, West Germany. There is his number, 30105. In excellent conditions. Got some dirty paws. Didn't wipe his feet coming in the door. No chips. No issues. Maybe a little dirt on his hind quarter there. Sweet little guy. $10 start on him, and he's running. He's just a sweet little spaniel puppy. I love him. I'll have to put him with my other guys if he doesn't sell, and I'll have to have a critter sale again before long. And my critters are kind of filling up my critter box. All right. This vase is gorgeous. I did put in the description that it kind of leans. I don't know if you can catch it here. It's kind of leaning that way, but it is hand blown, so they aren't perfectly balanced. I mean, it has a nice base. Here is the pontal scar. It has the remnants of a sticker, and I don't know if that says GF or of, or maybe it goes this way. No, it says of something. But beautiful swirl, blue swirl vase with a ruffled cased glass. Hi guys, welcome in. Thanks for joining me this morning. Still got lots of good stuff left. Make sure you look in the shop. If there's anything you'd like me to pull up, I'd be happy to do that for you. So this is a beautiful cased glass, blue swirl ruffled vase starting at 10. Beautiful. Does have a little lean to it, but if you turn it this way, it looks nice and straight and tall. So that's what happens when they're blowing this glass. It's not completely symmetrical or straight, but that's what makes it so whimsical and neat, right? All right, put that aside. Here they are. Oh, I could not resist, my friends. They're kind of big. It's going to be hard to show. It is a polished piece of driftwood. As you can see, it's pretty. I think it was like 14 inches long with 2 little stone painted owls. Check them out. Are they just the best? And whoever did this, I don't know if it was an art piece in an art gallery, but they did such a nice job of leveling out the wood so that it has flat feet for this piece of wood to stand. It is so amazing. Look at these sweet little mama and baby owl. And it just stands perfectly flat on the surface. You can kind of see them back there. They're so amazing. $15 on this one. I love them. Let me see if I can get it. There you go. You can see it better when that's out of the way. Aren't they sweet? It would just be like a great little piece on like a table, and they're just watching all the time. The owls are watching. I love them. Oops. Thanks for looking at them with me. They might do better when we get into the fall, but they are pretty amazing. Maybe I'll put them in the buy it now. All right. This next item is Ice It. It's a plum cased mini bud vase. It is marked. Now it says Arte Murano. Ice It was, there were some Murano artists from the island of Murano that were trained, and then they moved to Venezuela. So you can say it says made in Venezuela by people who were trained in the style of Murano. So it is not Murano from the island, but it is in that same quality style. So it is a beautiful plum. Is interesting color. It's not purple. It's not. It's just a plum mini vase. $8 start. I have two of these. So if you're interested in a set, you can have the set each for $8. Or I might even do a bundle for, I don't know, 14 if you're interested in them. Just let me know. All right, thank you. Put that back. If I can reach and not drop it. There we go. Hi, Dot. Welcome back. How about some imperial milk glass? This one's beautiful too. They call this a laced, or I call it open lace, but it's a laced diamond point 4-footed milk glass bowl. Look at the beautiful lace pattern on the top. It is marked with the imperial glass marking right there, IG, imperial glass. It has these little knobby, little upturned feet. There's 4 of them, and this is going to start for 18, and it is running. Got a few little pieces of milk glass today. I just love the milk glass. And thank you so much. Whoops, back here. And now for the other vintage piece. Could not believe I found this. So this is Ellie Smith glass. It is moon and star pattern. It is a lidded candy dish. But as with most of these candy dishes, the flaw in the design are these little points. Because when you go to place the lid back on, those points contact the joint. So I have not yet found one that didn't have the chips at each point. I did put that in my description. It's still usable, but it is chipped at each of the points. And so it is much less, I've priced it much less than it would normally sell for in better condition. That's the only flaw or only damage to this. Everything else is perfect. Great little dish on its own just with the base, but you get the lid as well. It is going to start at $24 and it is running. I collect this in the Amberina. So I have red accents in my kitchen. So I don't have one of these in Amberina yet, but that is I want to get one of these, and I want a cake plate in the moon and stars. I haven't quite found them yet. Someday I will, though. Thanks for looking at that. How about another little pup? This one's a Lefton guy. Lefton Japan. Another type of, this one's a terrier versus a spaniel, but he's got some beautiful little amber looking eyes there. No chips. His little toes are all there. You can see his tail is all there. He has his original Lefton sticker. Sweet little terrier guy. Looks like he's ready to play. $8 start and he's running. Got his little tongue out. They're so sweet. I love my 2 little terriers. But mine are Cairn Terriers, so I only collect Cairn Terriers. And they're black. They're both black like Toto. Toto was a Cairn Terrier. And actually, Toto was a girl. Toto was a girl called Terry. I bet you didn't know that, or maybe you did. I don't know. Here's a cute little courting couple trinket box. As you can see here, it says I love this Limoges China. But it's got these beautiful little flower decals, and this is probably a decal. It doesn't look hand painted. It works. It's got a nice tight clasp. Got to work at it a little bit, and the lid is on there nice and tight. It's not going to slap back down. Do you really? What color, Nick Nick Jenny Whack? What color? Because they come in red, they come in Wheaton, and then they come in brindle. Yeah, that's mine. Mine's a brindle. Both of them. They have the tiger stripes. When we give them their summer cuts, they have tiger stripes under their black fur. Oh my gosh. What do you know? We have something in common. I used to have a Wheaton. That was my first Cairn. And I love my Marley. He got canine meningitis of all things. And he didn't last very long after that. But he was my baby. $5 start on this beautiful little trinket box. Yes, us too, Janny. My husband had them before we got married when he was a kid. He had two Wheatons. And then I found Marley. And then now we have Gracie and Angus. We got Gracie when his lab passed away, and then when Marley passed away, we got Angus. So we always have two. They got to have friends. Dot, thank you for that. It's a nice little trinket box. You're going to love it. They are the most chill dogs. And the best thing ever, they don't shed. Or if they shed, you won't even notice it. You won't be vacuuming up a lot of fur, that's for sure. Oh, I love them. I do too. Their attitude. They're like, I call them cat dogs, right? Because they're just like, yeah, they kind of own you. You don't own them. How about a cute little porcelain ring dish? It is made in China, but it's beautiful with the beautiful little roses. I had several of these. I stole one. I stole a crystal one. I'm using it for my rings now. And it's going to start at $5. Yeah, they're like cat dogs. I'll get in your lap when I feel like it, not because you asked me to, right? That's how my Marley was. I'd be sitting there, and all of a sudden he just would sit down at the base of the chair, and he'd bark at me, like if I had something in my lap. And I'm like, what, you want up here? And he'd turn his head. And then as soon as I took it off my lap, he'd jump up in my lap. Silly dogs. But I miss him. He was such a character. I thought this might be neodymium glass, but I don't think it is. It stays pretty purple. It doesn't really turn blue. But and I'm not sure who the maker is. Possibly Chinese because of the ground pontal area here. But it is a cute little gathered bag vase with a little red ruby tie on it. Yes, everything does have to be their idea, even when they decide to eat. Don't tell me. I'll eat when I want to. They're so much fun. I just love dogs. $8 start on this cute little vase, and it is running. No chipping on his little pinched ruffles here. I don't know. Do you guys see any neodymium there? I think it's just purple. Just a light purple. Yes. Oh, really? My Gracie, she's just turned 13. She's still jumping, and she jumps up on the couches, and she's very active. I don't think she knows how old she is. She's pretty sturdy little stock of a dog there. All right. These are gorgeous, guys. I found these in a baggie, and I couldn't resist. Eventually, I do collect a lot of salt and pepper shakers and little salt cellars, and I will have a salt and pepper sale when I have enough for a show. But look at these, all hand painted. You can see the paint strokes there with the gold. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we keep waiting for Gracie to kind of lose her go-go too, but so far she's hanging in there. She's pretty stubborn. Look at how beautiful they are. And they're unmarked. I don't understand. But look at the shape of them. They've got these little scallop little legs and then this little dip here for the salt. Aren't they gorgeous? I wish there was one more. Unfortunately, I only have a set of 5 here. Let me get them in the camera better. A set of 5 porcelain salt cellars, $20, and they're running. How funny, we both have Cairn Terriers. A lot of people don't know that they're Cairn Terriers. They always try to call them Scotties, right? But every now and then we run into somebody who says, oh, look, Cairn Terriers. They know they're Scottish Terriers. All right, let's put those aside. This guy I picked up because he looked interesting. At first I thought, oh, maybe that's like Talavera, but then I turned him over and look. I think Milton Bradley must have had a run on these. I can't find these anywhere. This says 1971 Bradley. It's a little mouse. There were some others that I found. Not very many though. This one glows. The orange parts glow on him. I guess he's a little mouse. But Milton Bradley has got a little flower on the back. That maybe that one didn't get painted. I don't know. Do you guys know anything about him? Anyway, he's a Bradley fluorescent flower mouse, and he's running for $12. You could be the first one to own this rare gem of a little ceramic mouse by Milton Bradley. It says 71, not 77 that I put in there. Definitely vintage. I'll have to go in my critter sale too. Well, who wants a spaghetti dog? Check this out. He's lost some color on his, I think he should have, his nose should be painted. It's got a little bit left on his eyes. You can see the little bows there. The little collar is missing some paint, but it's a sweet little spaghetti poodle. Not marked. It does have a number, 064. Sweet little kitschy spaghetti poodle, $12, and it's running. All right, now it's going to do the glitchy thing. Let's see, I think I only have one more item, and then we're through everything. So if there's something you're interested in seeing, let me know. I can pull it forward for you, but this next item is our last item. Then I'll do a table scan, and then if we don't have any interest, we'll see who we're going to rate into, okay? So this next item is oftentimes confused as Fenton. It is not Fenton. It is a Teleflora vase made in the style of Fenton. It has these beautiful painted roses on it. It is the spiral optic swirl on here with beautiful little blue tip, blue crest, I guess you would say. No Fenton mark on it, and you can tell it has that ground pontil. Fenton would never do that. So this is not Fenton, but it is done in the style of Fenton. And I do have 2 of these. So if you're interested in a set of 2, I can bundle them, or I can sell them for $10 each. So the bundle, I would give them to you for $15 to bundle and take 2 of them. So just let me know if that's something you're interested. I'm just going to run one for $10 at this time. And if we don't get any interest, I can bundle them 2 for $15 if you're interested. And this is my last item. So we're going to be taking a peek to see who is on after I do a quick table scan of all the items that are left, which I will do right this minute. All right. So here we go. We've got a lot of vintage glass, some L.E. Smith, some Fenton, little piece of pottery back here. little apothecary jar, antique Nippon, some Fenton, blown glass vase back there, some critters on the back shelf here. I love those little owls on a piece of wood. So cute. More vintage glass. And there we are. So that's what's left. Let's see who's on right now. Oh my goodness, we've got a lot of places to go. Let's see. We've got several jewelry. We've got fabric. And then we've got to shop my shelves and an unbox our weekly finds. So tell me, do you want jewelry or just other? You guys have a preference? Let me see who we got here. I haven't. Well, Dee Dee was in here a minute ago. How about we go see rings and more rings, vintage estate jewelry? How's that sound? Let's do that. Thank you again, guys, for coming in. I always appreciate you. My Monday show is going to be not a weekly finds. It's going to be my theme show, and it's going to be a lot of bud vases and flower frogs. I found a vintage lot of them, so there's going to be some great stuff to look at on Monday. And then I'm going to have surgery, so I won't see you for a while. But I'll try to put a jewelry show together, something in the meantime, and see what we can do there. But let's go see Dee Dee. And thanks again. You guys have a great Thursday and a wonderful weekend. Here we go.